Natural Selection and Evolution
by NIhal and Mavis.
There were some horses that populated a small tropical island in the South Pacific. They were pink and purple, and, as time wore on, they began to populate the island and fight over resources, such as grass that was scattered around with the pink and purple trees and flowers everywhere.
This competition meant that only the horses that were the best suited for the environment survived, like the ones who, through genetic mutation, had stronger legs or brighter colors to avoid predators. This selection of those with the best adaptations is known as natural selection.
The brighter colored coats of the horse gave some horses major advantages, such as being able to blend in better. These horses were able to survive to adulthood and reproduce. This meant that their offspring were likely to inherit the beneficial traits and survive too. Over time, the species adapted, and most of the horses on that island inherited the features that helped them survive in their environment.
On this island, there were humans that loved to use the horse's fur as clothing. Since they were colorful and bright, it was often hard for these people to hunt them down. However, within any species, there are variations, or natural differences in traits, caused by genetic mutations in DNA. In the case of these horses, some ended up with different, darker colored coats, such as the color blue and brown, that stood out against the bright foliage. The human predators could easily spot and hunt them down, so only a few survived to reproduce.
Then, one year, an earthquake broke out. It caused so much damage and ended up splitting the island in half. The horses on one island were in isolation and could not rejoin the horses on the other side. However, something interesting happened. The two separate islands began to have very different features due to the drastic changes that the earthquake caused. The original became drier and darker, and much of its plant life was killed, with only small, weedy plant flowers. The other became greener and more tropical with colorful foliage.
Since the landscape was so different on each island, the horses began to appear different. On the dry island, those who had duller, dark brown fur variations to camouflage were favored by natural selection. On the tropical island, the horses remained similar to before, with bright, colorful fur coats.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
watching!
watching!